How do? Bear with me a little bit for this video because I'm just coming off the back of a particularly strenuous bout of man flu. I lost my voice twice, so yeah, this is like the first kind of attempt I'm doing at this kind of thing since then. I mean, also because I've just not really been in the mood for it, but yeah, my voice is, I'm pretty much on the mend, but my voice is still not all there. Just a little impromptu sort of pickups video. There's not a lot to show. I'm going to keep this one tight. I always say that and then talk for ages, but yeah, just got a few little bits that have come through from the Red Art Games sale, the spring sale, and also new Evercade stuff. So I don't know when I'll next be picking stuff up. I've no plans to buy anything up until maybe like June, Doncaster Gaming Market. So yeah, plans change obviously, but I've no plans to actually buy anything until maybe then. But yeah, I've just got a couple of bits now to show, so I'll crack on. So these first three, they were all from the Red Art Games spring sale, as I said. A couple of games on the Switch, one on the PlayStation 5. The first one I'll show you. Well, firstly, these kind of like, I wasn't expecting these to all be here today because there'd been some kind of weirdness went on with my orders. My order got split into two for some reason. Then they shipped them both together anyway. Then one half of the order got stuck in customs, and they didn't send me any kind of tracking for it, but then it turned up today, so God knows what happened there. But yeah, they're here anyway, so it's not the journey, it's the destination that matters, and they got here. So yeah, firstly on the PS5 I've got a copy of Mayhem Brawler, which I do already own on the Switch digitally, but I really wanted a physical copy of this. I love beat-em-ups, and certain beat-em-ups I wanted physical copies of that I bought previously digitally. Like, I bought Scott Pilgrim off for Dylan last Doncaster Market. I'd love a copy of Streets of Rage 4 physically as well, but this was also one that was definitely on my list of ones to get. It's very, very similar to Streets of Rage 4. If you played that and enjoyed it, then give this a go. It's like visually and how it feels are just so similar to Streets of Rage 4. It's bordering on like plagiarism, but this has also got like an added thing where it's like set in like a sort of contemporary fantasy universe where there's like orcs and like werewolves and Draculas and stuff. One of the characters you play as is a big massive shark man, and you're sort of like you're playing as like a member of a police squad that polices all these sort of supernatural beings and stuff. It's really fun. Well worth a play. I think it's got like multiple. It's been a while since I played it, but I'm pretty sure it's got multiple paths through the game as well. Well worth a game. These are in order of what I added to my. I can't even speak. You can tell I haven't spoken much for the last week or so. This is in order of how I added them to my basket, I guess. So yeah, the next one is Sword of the Vagrant on the Switch, which is a game I've had in my Amazon wishlist for quite a while, but on there it's saying it's a limited run one and ramping the price up on the Switch version. The PlayStation 1 it still said Red Art Games, but the Switch version it was like a limited run version. So I was resigned to the fact that I'd probably end up getting that on the PlayStation, which is no problem. I love PlayStation, but just with games like this, with like sort of more indie style games, more retro style games, I prefer to play them handheld on the Switch. Although I have got a solution for that now, PlayStation and Xbox wise, which I'll probably get into on a later video, which I might record tomorrow. I've got 2 days in a row up in the lad loft. It's unprecedented. But yeah, this is like a sort of side-scrolling sort of hack and slash, not like Golden Axe, not like, belt action, but like just a similar side-on plane. Just trying to think of a game like it, but every game title's gone from my head now. A bit like if you played other sort of modern retro games, like Demons of Asterburg, stuff like that. I just can't think of an older or more well-known contemporary. But yeah, it's that kind of thing, but apparently it's got RPG mechanics as well. I don't know much about the game, when I saw the box, it just caught my eye. The most convoluted title for a game in existence. Record of Lodos War, Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth, even though on the box it says Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth, Record of Lodos War on the front of it, and Wonder Labyrinth is the thing that's highlighted more than anything, so You could say Wonder Labyrinth, Deedlit, and Record of Lodos War. That doesn't make sense, but neither does any of the other words in that. Deedlit, I think that's the name of the character in it. Yeah, it's a very much... You know, if I said that Mayhem Brawler was borderline plagiarism on Streets of Rage 4, this is borderline plagiarism on Symphony of the Night. But it's really well regarded. But I played this when it was on Game Pass. I don't know if it's still on Game Pass, but when it first came out it was. And I played it and I wasn't really that into it, but you know, I didn't really give it that much of a go. I think I like to play AAA games on the big TV, and I like to play more indie stuff on the Switch, so I think the Switch is probably more of the way to go for it. But I've also heard that this is bastard hard, and I think I found it bastard hard when I was playing it too, so I'm going to have another go. I didn't do any inside the box stuff, did I? My friend Max likes to see inside the boxes, so that's, you know, for the artwork. Just a nice simplistic one for Lodos War. Pretty cool design on the inside. Can't help but have a light shine through the box. Also came with this cool poster. That's the artwork on the PS4 version I've seen. Again, light shining through, sorry. Whereas that's the artwork on the Switch version I've got. I think that's probably better. So yeah, it's just a cool little poster. I think I'm going to put that up somewhere. Thinking of, like, you can't see it, but I'm thinking of boarding up behind my TV, so, you know, to just cover some wires up, so I'll probably put posters on the board when I get around to that. Nothing inside the case for Mayhem Brawler, just a disc. But I just want to point out the disc, because it is really cool, because all the characters there cosplaying Streets of Rage characters. You got Axel down at the bottom, Blaze, Max, and Skate. Don't know where Adam is, but, you know, can be forgiven for leaving Doctor Zan off, can't you? Yeah, that's from the Red Art Games sale. And the last two things are the new Evercade releases. We have got the Tomb Raider Collection 2 and Atari Arcade 2. Both of these are kind of shelf ones for me. I know I've been saying that a lot lately, it seems, but although Last Revelation and Tomb Raider Chronicles is an absolute stellar pairing of games, I would rather wait for the physical versions of the remasters. I've not played through the first three remasters yet. Tomb Raider Last Revelation is, you know, personally my favourite Tomb Raider game of that kind of era. You know, of the 32-bit, should I say. I haven't played Tomb Raider Chronicles. I don't know why, I just never got around to it. Which is probably one of only maybe 2 mainline Tomb Raider games I've not played. No, I think it's the only mainline Tomb Raider game I've not played. So yeah, you know, that is one for me to go to, but I will wait for the remasters, I'm afraid. It's got the extra levels, though, you know, like the stuff like you could get like a disc with extra levels in the PC version on like the Daily Mail and stuff like that, which was mental. You just don't get stuff like that anymore. But people managed to hack, like, you know, like sort of program them to work on the PlayStation and stuff, and it looks like they've got a hold of some of that and kind of released it officially now. So yeah, it's cool that it's got the extra levels in. Would have been nicer if it had had like the sort of Game Boy exclusive ones on there as well, just as a little bit of filler, but it's still a really cool set of of Tomb Raider 4 and 5. And the last one is Atari Arcade 2. Which are old Atari Arcade games, if you haven't worked that one out for yourself. They've gone back to putting the games on the back of the box after I said in my last video. Somebody's listening. So we got Berserk, Frenzy, Lost Tomb, Minefield, Moon War, Rescue, Tasmania, Fire Truck, Dark Planet, and Maze Invaders. That's not Tasmania, the cartoon, so, you know, don't get excited if you want any kind of like Yorkshire lad style impressions of cartoon characters or anything. This isn't the channel for that. Yeah, there's nothing really there that I want to play. And if there is, I'd probably, you know, I've probably already played them. If there is anything on there that is really good, I mean, I do want to play Berserk, but I'm still meaning to get my hands on the enhanced edition on the Atari 2600. So if there's anything on there that I really should play, let me know. But nothing else jumps out at me. So yeah, that's that then. That's my playlist. Playlist? That's my pickups. before editing. That's a nice smooth 12 minutes. Might be able to get it shorter. So can you believe when I first started my first channel, I used to aim for 8 minutes of video, and it was like an unboxing channel where I'd get like Loot Crate and unbox it and show everything in the box, and I managed to get through that in 8 minutes a video, roughly, you know, give or take. Mental. Anyway, yeah, that's just a quick video. I'll let you know I'm alive. I didn't do what I've been playing last month, just didn't have time for it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it again this month, because again, I've got today and tomorrow in the attic. I want to do another video tomorrow, which isn't that, and then I don't think I'm going to be up here much throughout May, so we'll see how it goes, if there's an April version. But that series might be dead before it even started. Thanks for watching. If you like rambly old fat men talking about games, then please just, you know, consider sticking around. If you don't like what I do, that's perfectly fine, it's your prerogative. I hope I'll see you next time.